Hello everybody and welcome to another video on this channel, a different video because I'm basically using this video to close off 2016 together with you guys. Now I know it's only the 30th of December, there's still a day tomorrow, but tomorrow I will be uploading the 5th and final episode of Life is Strange, which will be up at 6 PM my time. I'm not exactly sure what time zone that is in other countries. You have to look that up. At 6 Amsterdam time, 6 PM Amsterdam time, I will upload on Saturday the 31st of December. I will upload the 5th and final episode of Life is Strange, so you can look forward to that. And on 12 AM, so exactly at midnight, Amsterdam time again, I will upload our, well, it's gonna be my traditional end of the year montage in which I use like a soundtrack and some effects and stuff and get like highlights from the past year of my own videos in there. Which is basically the reason why I'm using this video, on not the final day, but the day before the final day of 2016, to close the year off with you guys, to talk about stuff, to talk about things that happened, to talk about basically anything, and just, you know, relive the moment, so to speak. Now, purely on this channel, things have not changed an awful lot, I'd say. Always basically kept to myself a little bit. I'd say that I did things in a certain way always, but I think I have improved in quality-wise in my videos, both my commentary, both my the actual quality of videos. I think I have stepped up my game in that, and I'm trying to do that as well, because I want to make sure that every single video I put out is worthy of noting, that's worthy of watching for you, and that it's not some sort of shit clickbait title which actually has a really shitty video behind it. I want to entertain you guys day in, day out. I've also obviously started uploading 7 days a week, which means that I will keep doing that, and if I do that for the next year, of course, you'll have 365 videos. I now have a clear schedule, just uploading every single day, and I really like it so far, even though it's sometimes difficult to find certain games, to find the amount of games to upload that many videos, especially at this time of year when you basically had all the releases that have to be in a year and nothing comes out anymore. People are not working on games, not even indie games anymore. They're just starting to prepare, and it's just hard to find certain games. That's why the end of the year is a little bit difficult for creators, especially who play games, to come up with ideas and videos to upload. But other than that, it's been a strange year too, and I mean, I think that's fair to say every single year, because every single year you're gonna have your ups and downs, you're gonna have things happen, you're gonna have good and bad things happen. I played some amazing games, had amazing playthroughs. I did City Skylines still, which I've done for a long time. I did an amazing playthrough on Prison Architect, loved that game, absolutely loved it to bits. I did a small little playthrough of Banished, that didn't end very well, did it? Even Colony came out, at least the better version, I did a small little playthrough of that. Played a couple of games of Golf with Your Friends. I played Life is Strange, obviously, again tomorrow will be the final chapter. A cool Witcher DLC came out, some other cool games came out like The Last Guardian, and of course, how can I forget Uncharted 4, the best game of the year by far. I got a year older, as I do every single year. 19 now, I grew a beard, or at least what I'd like to imagine is a beard, so that's something too. I found a group to work with together. We call ourselves the Typical Rascals. Fortunately, that did not fare very well for me personally. You know what? I think I might actually owe you an explanation to that, a little explanation. I've put up this statement on Twitter, but I don't think everyone follows me on Twitter, and I think it's fair that people who maybe tuned in because of my work with others and are like, hey, why are you not playing with them anymore? I think it's fair to say that I give you an explanation. Now, I'm going to be very honest to begin with right here. I simply don't want and can't like point fingers to anyone. I'm not gonna name any names. I'm not gonna blame people, even though I know who's to blame. Even though I might be upset with certain decisions and I might not agree, I don't think it is within my right to blame people for what they did, because I wouldn't want people to do that to me if I made a certain decision either. Do I respect their decision? No, I really don't. But I'm not gonna point fingers at them. I'm not gonna name them. I'm not gonna call them out or whatever. I don't want to cause any sort of drama. I just want to explain what happened exactly as best I can to you guys, because I always want to be open and honest, and I think that's just fair. So at first we started just gaming together and everything was fine and dandy. Later on we became sort of like this brand, the Typical Rascals, and you know, none of us actually signed up to do that. We never really planned on making us a brand with merchandise and all that stuff, but it happened, I think, in a flow of over-ambition, so to speak. Even though I might have differences right now with certain people, we were all very, very ambitious YouTubers. We all wanted to make our job out of this, and we wanted to give our all, 100%, all of us. I think those over-ambitions are also, in the end, kind of what collapsed it in total, but it basically messed up the group. The atmosphere was shit. The atmosphere wasn't there anymore. People weren't enjoying themselves. People were hiding from group chat, and it just simply didn't work out anymore. Now, this certain person left and took another certain person with them. Made it basically basically collapsed. That was basically the downfall of the typical Rascals. 3 other people who were still left and were kind of divided, and I unfortunately have to say that I really don't speak to any of them anymore, which kind of is a signal to me that none of them really want to talk to me anymore, because I've tried a couple of times to talk with some of the people, apart from a certain person that has made it very clear that they don't want to be working with me anymore, and you know, that's fine. I can respect that, and I'll just leave that certain person alone. I'm not one that's going to hold grudges against that certain person. I'm not going to be the one who's like going to be angry or gonna stay mad or anything like that. That's not in my nature, and even though I might disagree and I might not like the situation, I'm not gonna be angry and stay angry at someone because of something like that. Now, the thing that I am kind of upset about is that I thought we all had a really strong connection friendship wise, and it really turned out that we didn't, or at least they didn't feel that way about me. I think 2 people were really kind of thrown off the boat and just really left behind, and unfortunately I'm one of them, and I also feel for the other person that's in that certain situation. So I've ended up all alone again. I'm not working together with anyone at the moment, and that's a shame because I really had a lot of fun working together with people again, especially with people I've known, especially with people who were friends of mine, and I really enjoyed that. And that's why it kind of hurt, especially in the beginning, and it still kind of does. Like, let's be very honest about that. It still kind of does when I see that this certain group is still working together and that I'm just not a part of it anymore, and that I'm never getting asked to be a part of it anymore either. Again, just want to make so very clear that this is not trying to put any guilt or blame or whatever on them. I'm just giving my honest opinion and perspective of the whole situation. Not trying to set anyone up against anyone, not trying to provoke anything. I'm really not trying to do that. I just want to make it absolutely very clear. So yeah, that happened, and you know, it felt really shit because I really thought I had just a group of fans there that I could always fall back on when I needed it, especially because they could really understand me. Of course, I have friends in real life and stuff, but they don't understand what I do, literally. Like, being a YouTuber is something that's quite rare, even though there are a lot of them. In a normal society, it's still quite rare for someone to be that, to say that. And these people obviously did the same thing, and they got me because of that. They understood what sort of struggles I was going through when my views weren't as good, or I wasn't getting many subscribers, or people weren't interacting with my videos. Like, a normal person wouldn't really understand that. They would understand that it's a bad thing, but they wouldn't understand how to react to that, which is exactly why it sucks so much that I've been thrown off the boat and left behind like that. And I don't want, if you do still watch the people who I'm talking about working together and stuff, then I'm also not trying to make you hate them. I'm also not trying to set you up against them. I'm just giving you as almost as an explanation to what happened as I can, because I want to be open to you guys, because you deserve nothing less. You're part of that group as well. You're part of my friendship circle, so that's how I feel, and I want to be honest to you too. But you know, after that, it all went uphill again. I started to, you know, boot up my Noobtainment channel again. If you haven't seen that yet, then make sure to check it out, linked in the description. Started doing reaction videos. I started doing game talk, where I talked about subjects in both game and movies. I'm not sure why I call it game talk because of that, but you know what, who cares? And you know, overall, I'm having a pretty good time now. I signed off with Maker after 3 years. Because I just didn't feel like it was the right network for a small channel trying to build up and trying to really be professional. I signed with Curse instead, with Noobtainment. Noob Gaming unfortunately doesn't yet meet the requirements, but I signed with Curse Network, and so far I'm liking it a lot more. So I'm hoping that we can build from that as well. And yeah, that basically leaves us in December. December so far. Christmas has been good. Christmas was really good. I had a lot of fun with family and friends, and I hope you all did too. 2016 for many people hasn't been a year to remember. It really hasn't. I mean, maybe it has been, but in a negative way, because 2016 overall, it's a year that's been consumed and devoured by cool people dying, by death, by a lot of sickness and war and corruption and politics and, you know, everything that has shed a negative light on this year. So I'm hoping for a better 2017. Now, it probably won't go better instantly, and it might just be another shitty year, but at least make sure you make the best out of it for as best you can do. If you can make other people happy, then just, you know, make sure to do that, and that's the best you can really do in life. Here's the 2017, here's to you guys. I want to thank you all so much for joining me this year. If you've started from the January the 1st or whether you just got in here on this channel, I don't care. You're all very loved by me. I all appreciate you and I all see you as friends. I hope you stick by me during the next year and the years to come. Thank you for your continued support and all the love, the comments, the likes, the shares, everything you've done for me. I really appreciate it, and I couldn't wish for a better community than I have with you guys. A toast to you. Thank you. Have a very happy 2017, and I hope I can be part of that. Make sure you stay safe during the switches of the year. Make sure you stay safe on New Year's Eve. But don't forget to tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Amsterdam time. 5th and final episode of Life is Strange, and on 12 a.m. midnight, the 2016 montage of Noob Gaming. This is me signing off. Thank you. Happy New Year. And I love you very much. Cheers.